Get over here!
Do it for me, Snake.
Sure.
Yeah, we gotta do it for Mei Ling.
I'll do it. I think at this point, Snake is really... Like, she's pretty much the only lady that has had nothing bad happen to her. Besides Nastasia. But Snake is a little more attracted to Mei Ling than he is of Nastasia.
Yeah, Nastasia's the only character where, so far, there's, like, no sexual tension between her and Snake. Everyone else, there's sexual tension.
At least some level. Yeah, actually, no, you're right.
Yep.
Okay,
Sniper Wolf's all over him.
Mm-hmm.
He's interested in Meryl, who's being kind of flirty.
And he and Mei Ling kind of have that playful little, you know, banter kind of thing.
Naomi's kind of a little, like... I don't know, it's hard to say with Naomi. She's like, I hate you, and then like, oh wow, you're actually kind of a good person. Hey, sorry, I kind of implanted you with a whole bunch of nanoviruses.
There's probably tension, but a different kind of tension. Anyway, we're being chased by a giant nuclear mech.
Speaking of tension, we have one missile left.
Actually, no, we got like 34.
Last time on Metal Gear Solid. Well, that was climatic. Or, not climatic, the opposite.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, that.
Oh my god. Jeez.
It even roars in pain. I love it. Like, is there a roar button on the control panel? I hope there is.
Liquid's ears are done. Whoa!
His ears are over there across the room. It's okay. He won't burn. He's liquid.
Okay, this is total Sephiroth moment here.
Sleeping late as usual, eh, Snake?
So, tell me, we blew you up, and we
alive.
passed out, and you're okay?
Die?
Excuse me.
You still live.
Too bad. It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done fighting.
Dude, are we on the finale?
What are you really
We're close.
after?
We are very close. It could be
The
this episode.
restoration of the era when warriors
Wow,
such
okay,
as
this
us
game was a lot
lived
shorter
as
than
we
I remember.
should.
It runs fast.
Big boss's fantasy.
I mean, we're probably close to like 10 hours. Probably more than 10 hours to play.
During
Yeah.
the Cold War, the world needed men like us.
Yeah, this is episode 19, if I'm counting correctly.
I think
We
so
were
too, yeah.
valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be.
War used to
We're
be
losing our
cool.
place
Now it's
in a
lame.
world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict shall breed conflict, new hatreds will arise, and our own biosphere shall steadily expand.
Liquid, you realize your plan doesn't make
As
any
long as
sense,
there are
right?
people, there will always be war.
Oddly enough, there's another
But
character
the
that in a game I've been
problem
playing
is balance.
recently that kind of
Father
shares
knew
that
what
same
type of
sort of
balance was
mindset,
best.
Is that the only
and
reason?
yet it's
Isn't
better
that
because it's
reason
simple.
enough For
Yeah.
warriors such as us.
Doomfist.
I
Yeah.
don't want that kind
I mean,
of world.
I guess what Liquid really just
You
wants is for there to
lie.
be war,
So
like,
why are
forever.
you here?
Yeah,
Because he feels like a discarded soldier.
Whereas Doomfist has a sort of semi-moral reason for it. He feels that conflict breeds humanity's own
I'll
strength.
tell you then.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, like he...
That's a good bad guy motivation.
Exactly, like he is a part of Talon because he wants to cause conflict in the world so that
Are you
humanity
denying
can,
it?
by extension,
Haven't
become
you already
stronger.
killed most of my comrades?
Now here, it's keeping us in the first person here, I think, because it intends for Liquid to be lecturing
watched your
us,
face as
the
you
player,
delivered the
because
coup
he's
de
calling us
grace.
out for enjoying conflict, and that's why we're
It
playing,
reflected
you
such
know,
vitality.
a military conflict
You're
game.
wrong.
There is a killer inside you.
By the
You
way,
don't have to
for this
deny
setup
it.
to happen, Liquid
We
will
were
have had to have
created
taken
to
off Snake's
be
shirt.
that way.
He had to. He's like, we're going to have a fist fight, and we're both going to be shirtless, so everybody can see how much better my pecs are than yours.
That's what the project was called. It
How would we
started
compare
in
these two?
1970s. Their
On
plan
pecs.
was to
Yeah, that's what I'm
artificially
saying,
create
like-
the most powerful soldier possible.
We are really doing this, aren't we?
The person
Okay,
that they chose as the model was a man
Ladies,
known
in the
then as
comments,
the
who has better
greatest living
pecs, Liquid or
soldier
Snake? I know we
in
can't
the
see
world.
Snake's pecs yet,
Well,
but
technically
you will.
they're both Snake. I guess you could say it's liquid or solid.
Yeah, but when we say
Father
Snake,
was wounded in
Snake.
combat, and all men recovered
Solid
when they brought
Snake.
him in. So they created us.
oh man, I could really go for some solid snacks.
With a combination of 20th century analog
What have we done?
and
I mean, do you really want liquid pecs? No, you want solid pecs.
Oh god.
Super. I look back at the screen and it said Super Baby
And
Method.
here we are talking about
divided
pecs.
into
Yes,
8
8 clone babies.
Then they
See, we're-
transferred the clones
Guys, we're
to
actually the
someone's
worst people to
uterus,
watch play this
and
game because
later
we know
injected
all of it
them
already.
aboard.
Not just
So we're
that.
not even paying attention.
Not just that, just the terminology he's using, and like we can't.
You and
Ugh.
I were
That was like the
originally
best
all
version of
topless.
like you say something and Snake repeats it as a question
The
ever.
other 6 of our
Yeah.
brothers were
Super baby
sacrificed
method.
to make us. We were accomplices
Imagine
in
if he
murder
were
before
like
the
repeating
day
everything
we
that Liquid is saying right now.
So, it was you and
Fertilized eggs.
2 fertilized
Stop
eggs
it.
with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet.
Yeah, this is basically the entire spiel of
To create a
how
phenotype
Solid
in
and
which
Liquid were
all the
conceived,
dominant genes
and
were expressed
the sick
to
and
create
twisted
you. I got all the
mental
recessive
exercise that the
genes.
scientists decided to do
You
on
took
Liquid.
everything
Yeah.
from me
Liquid's
before I
mad 'cause he was
even
made in the lab.
born.
He's a little posh to be an edgelord, but
You and I
he's
aren't
more
his
of a
only
drama
children.
queen than an edgelord.
Yeah, no, he
The
is.
genome soldiers.
Like
They too are his
edgelords,
progeny. Carrying on
have their
his
back
genetic
turned to you,
legacy.
look over the shoulder,
unlike
and
us,
like kind of do the whole.
They carry it digitally.
Great.
Sometimes occasionally do the
With the
whole
completion
mad
of the Human
arm
Genome Project
swing
in the
type
Yeah.
thing.
century, the
Drama
mysteries of
queens
humanity
are
were
like
laid bare.
having their hands out, showing
Thanks
everything
to
off,
Father's
flipping
DNA,
onto
they
the
were
pedestal
able to
and balancing
identify more than
perfectly to
60
show just how
soldier
macho
genes
superior
responsible
we
for
are.
Liquid is
everything
showing everything
from
off.
strategic thinking
Gray Fox was doing a pretty good edgelord.
No, Gray Fox, Gray Fox,
soldier
I think,
genes
is the closest thing to an edgelord in this game.
Yeah, like he could have just like aligned himself with Snake and helped him out, but like he really wanted to fight Snake,
That's how they
so
became
he
the
fought Snake, and
genome
then
soldiers.
he also wanted to help him, so he made up the Deep Throat persona so that he can give him
Right.
tips.
The genome
He-
soldiers that you've been
he-
That is
Co-
super edgelord.
He
He
overcomplicated
with the
everything
same
because
genes as ours.
feelings.
Yeah, it's very tsundere.
They are misshapen
God.
creatures.
By the time this episode
Artificially
comes out, I
produced
will
from
have put out
father's
top 10
genetic
berserkers. It's basically Ashura on a much lesser scale.
Oh, you really think so?
I mean, it's because of the way you wrote the segment of Ashura. I remember specifically one of the bits was like Ashura managed to use his anger to take down the Age of the Gods because he has so many feelings.
Oh, because he just has so many feelings.
He really does. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. Like, one of the Let's Plays I would like to do on my channel, and I might rope you in on this one too, is Ashura's Wrath.
That would be a lot of
because
fun.
It is a fun game.
That sounds.
It is super fun, while also managing to have quite the compelling story. Like, it's not a crazy, super, like, intricate story or anything like that, but it gets the job done, and it does it well.
That sounds like a good time.
It is. Like,
First, they tried to steal
especially compared to a game like this. Like, here we are
stress
talking about
disorder,
other games
chemical
and
or
like funny
biological
situations and
weapons.
hammy
poison
speeches.
gas
Meanwhile, he's talking about all
and
this
the
serious
anti-serum
war,
injections.
genetic
They were all
cloning
just to
stuff.
cover up
But
the secret
I mean, if I can be
genetic
real,
experiments.
Kojima, like,
then,
if you can hear me from up there on that
so-called
soapbox,
Gulf
like,
War
what
babies that have
was
been
all of this
forced by
really
Gulf War
necessary?
veterans
Like, I
are-
feel like I'm getting your point
Yes.
about the
They
hell of
too
war
are
and
our
how it,
brothers
you
and
know,
sisters.
it disenfranchises the very soldiers that saved us and stuff like that. Like, I get it, you already explained that, but when you showed the stock footage, I feel like you kind of water down your message.
Consider the time period that this was made in. The original Metal Gear Solid came out not too long after the last war that America was involved in.
Yeah, it was in the Gulf War.
Exactly.
Tends to favor asymmetry.
Yeah, I mean, all of this was extremely topical too. Just it's
it was, I guess it meant more during the time period in which this game was released, and the remake just kind of, like, a lot of it lost its meaning by then, so they kind of made up for it with all this hamminess.
Right.
because I feel like it still does have meaning. They just hammer it down so hard.
Exactly. Like it's less these topics are not relevant anymore, and more this generation already knows this.
Yeah. If you want a good thing about the disenfranchised soldier, the Netflix Punisher series is really freaking good.
Huh.
And there's a lot of good, like, for lack of a better term, gun porn in it.
Yeah.
But it's really, I love the guy who plays Punisher. And it really does the, like, it helps you get that feeling of, like, okay, I was out for war fighting for my country every day. It seemed like I was gonna die, and now I'm back and nobody cares about me.
I'm so glad that these subtitles are here so that people can read if they don't want to listen to us.
Oh yeah, mute the hell out of us, guys. We are rambling.
Absolutely. But actually, okay, I will say one thing about this, and it's kind of relevant.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of looking back at the episodes of this game and, like, you know, just kind of listening to the codec calls and whatnot. I like to listen to codec calls and, like, you know, online dialogue.
Oh
in my
yeah,
spare
there's a
time.
lot of great extra writing in this.
Yes, but I'm sorry, like, listening to the party banter from the Dragon Age games is really good for when you're on the road. Like, it's just fun to listen to. But I was listening to the stuff that this game offers and the stuff that Metal Gear Solid 3 offers.
Yeah.
The writing in Metal Gear Solid 3 is miles better than this game.
Meryl?
Like...
Oh no, Meryl.
Oh, hi. Yeah, you're a thing, aren't you?
Yeah, he also, between lecturing to Snake and taking his shirt off, he also had time to get Snake's girlfriend and bring her out here.
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago.
We were out for hours?
Poor girl kept calling your name.
You're the one who blew up. What kind of coffee are you drinking, Liquid?
Consider that we've been on this island for a few hours now, like in the dead of night.
We have no past,
Yeah, Liquid.
no future. If we
But anyway, what I was saying before,
our
right?
fate is
Like,
nothing but what is
there's a lot of,
determined
like,
change we
prolonged
inherited
explanation
from
in
our
Metal Gear Solid 3, but it's not as long, even in the final
As soon as
stretch,
we
Yeah.
finished our
and
business,
it's honestly written better.
almost out of
Like,
time.
You're talking about
the conveyance of information, like, just, like, the reception of it is a lot easier to take in.
Snake Eater is also like a much simpler plot.
A much simpler plot, and the voice acting is a lot, like, I don't know if the voice director for this game and Metal Gear Solid 3 was the same, but the voice direction also in Metal Gear Solid 3 is miles better. Like, I can listen to Major Zero for hours.
Yes, I'm listening.
What
So
is
we're
the
calling,
Vanguard trying
Campbell.
to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that.
What?
B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear
That was
is
the same
destroyed.
line.
Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence, along with anyone who knows anything.
So the Secretary of Defense
I'll stop the nuclear
hijacked
strike.
Campbell's mission and is taking control of it and is saying just bomb the hell out of that place because we need to destroy the remains of Metal Gear, we need to kill all the carriers of Fox Die, and we don't want any witnesses to talk about what went down here.
If you do that,
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Merrill was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
those bastards.
So there is the reason why Campbell has been on and off during this entire mission.
And why he hasn't been able to tell us secrets. It's not just because it was his job to keep secrets. It's because
you after all the lies.
They sent Meryl in as an agent.
As a chess piece.
Mm-hmm. Now Colonel knows that he's got nothing left to lose.
Yeah.
He is going to buy us some time.
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel.
Roy Campbell.
Ta-da!
Oh, hi!
This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been
With his
placed under
magnificent
arrest
beard.
for leaking top secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he is a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
The President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Damn it! You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
Yeah, really the only
Less
thing
about what happens to
Houseman cared
everybody
about, I
else,
guess,
huh?
was the
Well,
DARPA
if
chief.
you
And
give
since he's
me
dead, they
the
might as well
optic
just nuke the
disc,
whole place.
I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. You're just the lingering ghosts of a system that is no more. Well, do try to get along in the time you have left before the bomb.
So, there you go. Disenfranchised and about to get blown up.
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike.
See, Liquid doesn't even care anymore. Like,
You
Liquid knows
stole
he's gonna die here. He
everything
just
from
wants
me.
Snake to die with him. He wants to prove before the two of them die that he's the better
I shall nullify
man.
you and your genes, and I will take them all back. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our final battle. Do you see this? This will be the time limit for our final battle. When death comes for this girl, this nuclear module shall vanish from this world as well. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end.
Wow.
You're a sick bastard, Liquid.
You also got some serious jumps.
Yeah, seriously though.
And if you cross this line, you'll fall. At this height, it'll kill even you.
Well, here we go.
We gotta punch it out. See, this is what happens when boys get into arguments. They just need to punch a little bit, get it out of their system.
I actually agree that that is a great way to like settle things sometimes based on who you are.
Yeah.
I have done that before in the past actually.
Oh yeah, punch it out.
Mm-hmm.
I've never actually done a big punch out, but I also grew up with mostly girls, so like.
I mean, me too, but this is coming from a guy who is no stranger to.
Oh,
Can I get up? Okay,
yep,
there we go.
You're up.
It's going to...
Okay. I was just trying to not press the wrong button.
For all this talk of being the better man too, like Liquid's running around all weird. Oh, that's CQC.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's the CQC
There we
that
go.
their dad developed with the boss. I also wonder if it's trying to say something about the fact that you're having this fist fight on top of Metal Gear, about, like, I don't know, that, like, war is about the soldier above the weapons.
You're out of time.
You know, when Metal Gear is broken down, the soldiers still remain.
What the?
Oh, I think he just took his dog tags.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting collectible about the game. You can collect a whole bunch of dog tags from all these different soldiers, including the bosses.
I think if you like,
the random soldiers
do certain,
yeah.
do certain, or like,
the random
fulfill certain
soldiers, you
requirements.
have to, like, search their bodies after they're knocked out and stuff and pick them up and put them down a bunch of times. The bosses are a little harder to figure out. Do you have rations on you?
Nope.
Ruh-roh.
There we go.
Alright, better be careful. You guys are both on the ropes.
Oh, jeez. One more.
A cornered liquid is more dangerous than a jackal.
Really?
Oh, he's got a get-up attack.
Out of time.
Well, that sucked.
Good to know.
I remember this boss being a lot easier.
I think it'll be easier now that, like, you know his patterns a little more.
Honestly, I was trying to do fancy CQC stuff, but really all you have to do is punch him.
That's probably the safer way to go, too. And this is like a cool Metal Gear thing. This is the thing a lot of action movies do, actually, in general, of like, you know, you have your big set-piece moment with cool weapons and gadgets and stuff, but it comes down to just like a brawl and two guys and the struggle between them. Doesn't need all the fancy flips or anything like that. Like, that's why, like... That's why the original Star Wars, why Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fighting each other isn't as fancy as lightsaber fights in the prequels, because it wasn't about the fight, it was about the two characters who were in the fight.
Yeah.
As much as I love big fancy fight choreography.
What's wrong,
I don't know, I've just kind of had Star Wars a lot on the brain lately.
I mean, given recent events, yeah.
Is that all you've got?
Why are you British, Liquid?
Better hurry.
He's good. There we go.
Better hurry. It's
You're just not close enough? What was going on there?
He was ducking.
Okay. Alright, and he's up. Yeah, you also gotta watch out for when he does that, like, running attack. Stay away from him when he's down, because he does the kick.
Yep. I think I can trap him in a pattern here. Nope.
Nah. Oh yeah, he recovers from that dash really well, too.
What?
Oh!
What was that?
No, he, like, ran through you.
He stopped, though. He was in recovery frames.
He is very, very British.
Oh my god. Alright, let's try it again.
Come on, you gotta take this limey down.
What?
You gotta bash this bulldog.
What?
They're British slings.
Oh my god.
They're things you call British people.
Really?
Yeah, like a limey.
Did not know this.
Yep. Don't go around calling British people limeys. It's not nice, but I'm angry at this
I mean,
guy.
obviously.
Hashtag not all Brits.
That was weird.
Whoa.
Oh, jeez. Did not mean to do that.
better hurry.
Careful there, Sonic.
To blow.
Doing the YouTube thing, I've managed to, like, actually befriend a few people around the world. I got a few British friends now, including Yasmin, who made the art of me and my friends for my thumbnails.
Hurry. It's going to
Is she
blow.
basically your artist now?
A little bit. She just made a couple new drawings for me, too, for a few other people I might have on the show.
Dylan?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dylan and Danny. For, like, in case I don't have anything in particular planned with Danny, but I figured if we ever wanted to do more, like, Mario Party and 4-player games, and she ever wanted to join in.
Yeah, I actually wanted to join you guys in Mario Party eventually.
I would love to find time to do that more.
Okay, I'm starting to figure out his pattern now.
So, we're at about, like, 23 minutes here. Are you going to end this episode with one punch left?
Really?
With your last punch?
No. Now, let's finish this here. Ow.
Hurry!
He might finish you. He's super cheap.
The animation on him is so janky.
Yeah. Maybe we're just, like, used to better attack animations now from newer games that were not adjusted to this game's jank anymore.
Yeah. There it is. Okay, that was a lot harder than I remember it was.
You knocked him off a metal pier.
Really?
I just wanted you to like me. Oh, nice headbutt, dude.
Ooh.
Or are they gonna do the double punch thing? Oh, it was double kick.
I gotta admit, though, I gotta give this to Kojima. This is pretty cool fight choreography.
Yeah. I like it.
The thing is, and yes, maybe it's just because we're so used to better animate. You want to know the game that actually did the same thing, but better?
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yes. I'm sorry. The battle between Solid and Liquid Ocelot is amazing.
But that one wouldn't exist without this fight. It was kind of an homage to this very fight.
Snake!
Well, like you said, Liquid, even Snake wouldn't survive a fall from there. Ugh.
Okay, now can you take a minute out of the admiration of your pecs to go save Meryl?
His pecs aren't as good.
He makes up for it elsewhere.
Does he now?
Take it in. Just go ahead and let your mind run with that one.
We're just gonna leave that one open for you guys.
Yes. Yes.
Snake? Is that you?
I thought you'd have nicer pecs than that.
Snake.
I mean, those are
you're
pretty
alive.
good, but...
Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
No, that's a pretty good place to start.
Yeah, seriously.
Meryl, you must have been terrible.
Maybe it's a bit of an insensitive question. Like, of course she's not
I
okay.
didn't give in to the torture.
Maybe that's what she's getting at.
Torture?
And things even worse than that.
Ugh.
I was fighting too. Just like you.
I mean, let's keep this in mind. She
You're a
was...
strong woman.
When she was captive,
Fighting
Ocelot was still a thing.
Made me feel
Yeah,
closer to you.
he was probably electrocuting her and
I
stuff.
felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go
Also, she got
on.
sniped in all of her limbs.
Ugh.
I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame,
It's a good thing that this game runs on protagonist timer as well.
Yeah.
Because they kind of have, I don't know, a B-2 bomber situation that's coming at them.
Yeah, like,
kept me alive.
man, they have what, like, 2 minutes left?
And, like, I'm realizing now that after playing so many other games that I come back to this game and I'm like, I was so excited to play through this game for my channel. And I am. I'm glad I did.
I'm
but
having a great time.
I cannot take this narrative seriously anymore. I really can't.
You just...
Hey guys, look.
I'm loving it. I'm loving the camp. Whoa. Hey, whoa. Oh man, codec blocked. Snake's really thinking of not answering it, too. He's like, okay, we might get blown up, but at least I'll have gotten some.
Snake, it's me.
Otacon!
Looks like you stopped Rex. Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay. All right, you saved her, man. Good job.
Oh my god, these guys are such bros.
We're about
Righteous.
Oh boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No, it's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
I like how Otacon's gotten
What are
kind
you
of
going to
cocky.
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But
Unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do
Aw, Otacon.
it. Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know? Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks. Oh, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
See, this I can take seriously. Otacon, you're amazing!
I love him so much.
He is the...
Get the hell out.
Because his life wouldn't have been worth living if he was the kind of person who
Where
ran
is
from
Otacon?
this. No,
Otacon, you're amazing, man.
he has to make sure his bro gets out all right.
He is the ultimate bro.
He's like, hey man, I can't fight people or do awesome gun stuff, but I can hack doors. You have to let me do this for you,
I don't want it
Snake.
to be in vain.
He is letting himself he is going to put himself in the line of fire, knowing he's going to die, to make sure these two get out.
And he's taking responsibility for building this Metal Gear Rex in the first place.
Oh man, okay. Yeah, no, that point I was able to take seriously. Otacon, you're amazing.
Now, this game does have two different endings. And I believe here is where the different endings...
Start.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you gave up the information to Ocelot back during the torture scene, you activate the bad ending.
Yes.
So here, Meryl would have been dead, and instead you'd be escaping with Otacon? Or does Otacon just meet you after you've escaped?
I think Otacon meets you after you escape.
Okay.
Because here, Snake would be escaping by himself.
Because Otacon still has to get the doors open.
Exactly. Because, like, yeah, like, once Snake leaks all the information, they have no reason to keep Meryl alive anymore.
Right. Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, the only reason they had Meryl is because Snake had all the information. Once he gave up all the information, what's the point of keeping Meryl alive anymore?
Yeah.
They would have gotten rid of Snake if Otacon hadn't come and gotten him out.
There's my sneaking suit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hurry up!
Because he would have told them about the, how to use the deactivation codes.
Exactly.
Hurry!
I need to have my sneaking suit on. So we have one more segment left.
Yes.
Is next time going to be the final finale?
Looking good, Snake.
Nah.
You sure? It's probably going to be long enough to be its own episode. You know how these games like to pontificate.
How long was the finale for Tales of Xillia?
Low blow, dude.
Let's go.
That was uncalled for.
Just saying. And hey, and besides, like, not like you are the... I'm not gonna...
Well, okay. Do you at least want to save here if you get the chance?
Damn, a surveillance
That's actually a good point. One final save, guys. Mei Ling, talk to us.
Snake, they've placed the Colonel under arrest. I don't know what I should do. This will probably be your last save.
I'm gonna miss those proverbs of yours.
Oh, Snake.
Mei Ling, I have a favor to ask you. Make a hard copy of all the codec conversation data up to this point. I want some insurance.
Okay, Snake. Leave it to me.
I just really wanted that conversation.
You're right!
I
Oh my god, I just realized that!
remembered this one vividly.
He has Mei Ling create a record of all the codec calls so that he has something to play against the enemy.
Yeah, so that's why after this, John Houseman can't just find him and kill him.
Because he's got all the
Yeah, because
information.
now Snake has blackmail on him.
Way to go, Mei Ling!
I keep accidentally saying
I
snack.
forgot about that!
Yeah, Mei Ling is super important.
Oh my god! Yes! I completely forgot about that!
Yep.
Mei Ling, way to go!
Snake, please. Be safe. For me.
Okay, that was awesome. I completely forgot about that.
You know, Meryl is great and everything, but Snake and Mei Ling, OTP.
Okay,
No, you need a new gun.
yep.
Ooh, oh boy.
Snake, start it.
I think you can go get in the car. Yeah.
Yep, here we go.
Now you got a gun.
Fire that machine gun with the weapon gun.
Yeah, you should be able to aim it first person.
Oh, the barrels. There we go.
Nice. And Meryl's gonna drive for you, so, like, she's finally, like, doing something in it. Though I appreciate that she was, like, holding out and not giving away information and stuff. That is super...
No, absolutely.
That's very heroic of her. You get to see her being a more active badass in one of the other games she appears in.
4.
Yeah.
Here they come!
You're low on health.
You'll never make it. Snake, shoot him.
And right now I'd be saying Meryl should do more to help, but she doesn't have a gun, so... He's a pretty good driver.
We have 1 ration, though.
Might as well use it now.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna be bleeding.
You're not saving it for much.
It's a checkpoint, Snake.
Here they come!
Okay,
There we go.
good.
Snake, shoot him.
Got it.
I mean-
I think if I leave it this way, I will
Yeah, so
default
that
to...
when the truck turns, you'll be pointed towards them.
Mm-hmm.
Or it might just go into a cutscene. Meryl could just drive the truck through those guys, but it would probably ruin the truck, and then you have to run the rest of the way out and not make it out in time. He's still alive!
Yep.
Snake couldn't survive a fall from up there, but Liquid could. Because Liquid's got this, like, non-Newtonian body that gets tougher when you punch it.
Oh my god.
And he's driving one-handed, operating a submachine gun with the other hand. Hey, Liquid, I can see you're in the car with all your friends. Oof.
You want to know what's weird? I'm suddenly reminded of that one mission from Majora's Mask.
That is... I've never heard this compared to that mission in Majora's Mask before. That's a new one. It's funny because I know exactly what you're talking about. Cremia and the...
the Ingo brothers.
Yeah, the milk delivery.
Yeah. Take that for what you will.
I've never heard that one. I was thinking this ending always reminded me of Resident Evil 4's ending at the end, where
that is another one.
You're on the jet ski with, I always forget her name, the president's daughter.
Look, Snake, daylight.
Shoot, what's her name? I was talking about this in my Uncharted Let's Play too, and I can't remember her name, ever.
The one who yells Leon all the time, right?
Yeah, she wears an orange sweatshirt.
Dang it, I don't remember her name either. I'm being distracted by screeching tires and very, very handsome pecs.
Yes. Brother, why did you put your shirt back on? We were supposed to do shirtless battle.
Look at this!
Bullets don't matter.
Oh my god, really?
Oh, head foo. One more time, one more time. It's gotta be with the head.
Well, that was something else.
Dude, we did it. We're out of the facility.
Jeez. Uh-huh.
There's so much luck going on here.
Don't you know, John? That's pretty much every video game protagonist's greatest virtue.
Yeah.
Meryl, are you okay?
Further fitting because you're playing Uncharted on your channel right now.
Yes, yes. Are you serious, dude? This is like the end of Die Hard here. Long-haired blonde guy comes out with a gun, staggering.
Snake!
Yeah?
Oh, hi.
Fox,
This seems familiar.
die. Like the Metal Gear, Liquid's pecs were impregnable. You could only destroy him from within.
Die.
Well, at least now the snow won't bother your pecs. Never mind!
One more, one more.
Really?
Go ahead.
How do you still have your dog tags? I have them.
Those are his extra dog tags. Snake doesn't even have anything to say about this. Just like, you moron. There, you stood up. You proud of yourself?
Yeah, she should be for fighting through that.
I guess I'd be proud of myself if I were Liquid.
That means...
Don't say it, Snake.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel.
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 bombers have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
Way to go, Colonel Campbell.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case,
You just saved a lot of polar
danger's
bears.
over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake, I'm sorry I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I'd better not show my face around there.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
It's not too far from the truth.
There's also a helicopter waiting for you at the Fox Islands.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay. Roy. Are you going to be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all of Mei Ling's data.
Way to go,
As
girl.
long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I'll look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling's with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi?
I heard about my brother.
Fox, no, Frank wanted to tell you something. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
See, I love this because that's not what Frank said.
said that?
Frank said
Yeah.
to tell her that
He
he
also
was the
said
one who
he'll
killed her
always love
parents
you.
originally and that he's been lying to her all these years.
Naomi.
But Snake decided it would be better for Naomi to have a high opinion of her brother than to know the truth.
At the end of the day, though, one thing Snake said was true.
Maybe now he's finally
Frank
found
loved
some
her.
peace.
Maybe a
My
lot of it
brother
was out of
already
guilt, but
dying.
he had to.
Ever since
She had to have
the
meant something to
feelings
him in order for him to go through all of
He's
that.
been like a
Yeah,
ghost.
and after everything Naomi's put Snake through, he
Ghost
still
looking for a place to die.
Snake
wanted
Snake
her
still
to-
has the
yeah.
integrity to tell Naomi.
what's best for her.
Naomi, Liquid died from Fox Die too. What about me? When am I going to go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time's up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
So it turns out that Snake ends up having a lot
Each
more time
person
than
is
anybody
born with
else,
their fate written
just
into
because of the
their
nature
own
of how
genetic
Fox
code,
Die works.
inscribed
But
into their
That's not
genes.
the only thing.
But
yeah,
that's not all there is to life.
It's not so.
I finally
Okay,
realized
yeah,
that.
no. For those of you who have played Metal Gear
told you
Solid 4, you
before.
know what I'm going to talk about
reason
right
that I was
now,
interested
but
in genes
the
and DNA.
revelations that
Because
come
I
to
wanted to know
fruition
who
when you
I
meet up with
was,
Naomi Hunter
where
in
I
Metal Gear
came
Solid
from.
4 not only
that if
explain
I
so
analyzed my DNA,
much,
I could
but
find
it
out
is
who I was,
heartbreaking.
who my parents were.
You know what I'm
And I
talking
thought
about, right?
if I
Oh,
knew
yeah.
that,
The medical
then I'd
exam?
know what
I guess we don't
path I
want to
should
ruin
take
it though.
in life.
I'm not going to ruin it. I'm just going to say
But I was
the
wrong.
medical exam. Those of you who played the
I didn't
game,
find
you know what I'm
anything.
talking about.
I didn't learn
Ugh.
anything. Just like with the genome soldiers. You can input
But yeah,
all the
like,
genetic
I like how it
information.
all wraps things up.
That
Like,
doesn't make them
Meryl
into
and
the strongest
Snake
soldiers.
are presumed dead now
The most
to
you
Yeah.
the
can say
government.
about DNA is that it's
Roy
genetic information
Campbell as
houses
well
a
as
person's
Foxhound are
strengths
going to
and
cover their
destiny.
tracks.
You mustn't allow
and
yourself to be chained to fate. To be
Everyone in
ruled by the
Foxhound is going to
genes.
be okay thanks to that
Genes
last
can
save
choose the
Yep.
type of
and
life they want to live.
Mei Ling's
Snake.
recording of the codec data.
Whether you've been programmed or not.
I completely
is
forgot about that angle. That is genius.
The important thing is that you choose life.
The day is saved by that
And then
girl who helps you save your game. Saves your game, saves the day. And I think she gets promoted to like admiral.
I'm gonna choose life.
I think the only thing I kind of regret not doing
Until
before all of
today,
this was having a
I've always
final
looked
talk
for
with
a reason
Nastasha.
to live.
Oh yeah, I wonder if she had anything interesting to
From now
say.
on,
Oh well.
She might have just told you about the railgun that was on that car.
That sounds like her. But no, actually, like, if you
genes
go
exist
through
to
and
pass
actually
down our
have
hopes
regular
and dreams for
conversations
the
with
future
her,
through our children.
she actually has a lot of really cool things about, like, she is actually a lot more knowledgeable about the nuclear crisis going on with the superpowers of the world, then she leads on at first.
Yeah, and she knows a lot about Galukovich.
Actually, I think she was directly involved with him at one point. Not personally, but you know. She was somewhere down the chain of command of Galukovich and his soldiers.
Oh, does she turn out to be Olga's mom?
No.
Okay.
No.
That would be such an easy thing.
It would be, but I think Nastasha is not much older than Olga, actually.
Okay.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Yeah, Olga Galukovich is a character who comes in Metal Gear Solid 2.
A successful mission, or a reminder of the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. My survival instinct that tells me not to die. That's all the motive I've had in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
Well, now you can truly be alive, knowing that Fox Die is right there, staring you in the face.
Yep, now you're always facing death.
So you will be truly alive. How ironic.
That's like...
Maybe it's time.
That's like how Naomi originally programmed it, right? Was she wanted Snake to live in fear for the rest of his life, that he could die at any moment.
Someone like you.
I think that was the original intent behind it.
Maybe. But
if I'm remembering correctly.
But now it's ironically become a sort of reassurance to Snake.
Yeah.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name is David.
That's so cute. He's named after his voice actor.
I know, it's really cool.
So where to, Dave?
I didn't say you could call me Dave. It's David.
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Admittedly, this is a really cool scene.
We'll find it.
Got that Aurora Borealis going.
Mm-hmm.
I know we'll find it.
Hey, what are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life.
As if this game isn't long enough, we need to take a minute to talk about Caribou.
For us, too.
Yeah. Spring brings new
It's a
life to
shame that
everything.
their relationship and everything else, the relationship with everyone else,
Yeah.
goes into the dumpster by the fourth game.
Yeah, this is about the highest point of their relationship right here.
And interestingly enough, like, the second game and the third game don't really address it all that much until, like, it's just like, it springs from the first to the fourth.
The third game doesn't... Yeah,
The third game is a prequel.
And the second game doesn't have that much to do with Snake.
Yeah, the only advancement we get in terms of Snake's relationships is he meets up with Raiden, and it further proves just how much of a bromance Snake and Otacon have.
Yeah.
Because
they've started their own mercenary.
Yeah, they started their own mercenary group, which is pretty much just them two.
Yeah, it's just Bro Mercenary Incorporated.
Yeah, and it works, because Snake is a professional at the solo sneaking mission. Otacon is the ultimate support.
Otacon does machines. In the 1980s, there were more than 60,000 nuclear warheads in the world at a time. The total destruction power amounted to 1 million times that of the Hiroshima A-bomb. In January 1993, START 2 was signed, and the United States and Russia agreed to reduce the number of deployed strategic nuclear warheads to 3,000 and 3,500. It's going too fast. However, as of 2000, there still exists more than 20,000 nuclear warheads in the world.
2003.
What did I say?
2000.
Metal Gear.
One last one for the road, right?
Yep.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us for this playthrough of Let's Play Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes. Final verdict, John.
One, I miss David Hayter, who was the voice of Snake in most of the games, but not in Metal Gear Solid 5.
A lot of really good voice actors in this game. David Hayter, Patrick Zimmerman.
He's replaced with Kiefer Sutherland in The Phantom Pain, and I love Kiefer Sutherland, I love 24, but it's just not the same.
It really isn't. He doesn't have that same kind of gruffness. Like, gruffness, but at this, it's like a soft gruffness, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like
It's the kind of manly grunting you want soothing yourself to sleep.
like what's a good example? Like, say you're not gonna game two voice actors that have that similar tone of gruffness, but it's not quite the same, so you can't switch them. Like, it's like comparing David Hayter to, say, David Bloom.
Yeah.
Or, not, Steve Bloom.
My thing is that
Why did I say David?
Kiefer Sutherland just sounds a little bit too Hollywood to me. Like, sounds too, like... He's not as much as a voice actor. That's the thing. He's a screen actor. He can't do
Not saying that there are actors that can't do both.
No, but he doesn't have this kind of subtlety that I think David Hayter has.
I agree. Like, David Hayter has a level of integrity to his Snake. Which, again, it's not a fault of, like, the actors or anything like that. It's just... It's hard to see change like that. Like, if you're going to change a character's voice actor to that, and it's like... it's not the same, people are going to take notice.
So, I love the voice acting in this game, hokiness and all. I want all the camp. I think sometimes they go on a little too long with explanations that I think...
Yeah, and like I said, the writing in this game is just not as good as Metal Gear Solid 3.
It's overwritten, is the problem. Like, Kojima starts writing and he just never stops.
Metal Gear Solid 3 kind of keeps it a little simpler, but at the same time, it's like... It's paced well. Like, Metal Gear Solid 3, I think, is paced really, really well.
Yeah.
It's especially compared to the rest of the games. Metal Gear Solid 2 is kind of paced in a similar way, but the problem with Metal Gear Solid 2 is that a lot of the plot is mind...
Yeah.
It's just... It's so weird.
It twists and turns and backflips and somersaults.
Basically, it does what Liquid Snake does every time he monologues.
Yeah. Liquid Snake is the plot of this
Metal
game.
Gear Solid 2.
It's flipping all around, and you can't destroy it no matter how hard you try.
Yeah, and I think that's the reason why I like Metal Gear Solid 3 the best, because the plot is simple, but complex enough to keep you interested.
Because the complexity in that game is in the characters, not in what's freaking going on.
Exactly. Like, yeah, Snake is this great soldier who is on a one-man sneaking mission to save a scientist from the clutches of the Soviet Union. But again, some call me Johnny. He said it best. He's a freaking teddy bear, and I love him. Naked Snake.
Yeah.
Like, he's the kind of guy you can sit down and have a cup of coffee with. As a matter of fact, he mentions that.
Yeah.
By the time the Soviets find out what's going on, you and Sokolov will be out of the country, sipping hot coffee on a plane ride home. What? What? What did you just say? Sipping hot coffee on a plane ride. You're gonna drink that, foul mud? On a plane ride, on a victory flight home? Okay, what would you drink? Tea, of course. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
there's some good banter.
Like, the banter, the pacing, the writing is just great. I do want to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 3 on my channel eventually.
Okay.
Because I think it's...
Maybe someday.
As of right now, it is among my top 10 favorite games of all time.
Wow.
Metal Gear Solid 3. And that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Like... I think
honestly... the anime part it's showing is from Zone of the Enders. That's interesting.
Huh. Interesting, actually.
When
Otacon is explaining stuff.
Yeah, I believe that's another Kojima project.
Yeah. Additionally, like, in terms of this game, in terms of gameplay, it is definitely a lot jankier than the later games, but that's to be expected.
I mean, for the time that it came out, it was a masterpiece, and the kinds of... This game just has so many moments, like... Psycho Mantis is a great moment, and the torture scene is a great moment, and...
Absolutely. And if you want to rank the boss fights, honestly, this is me personally, I think the best boss fight from a mechanical standpoint in this game is Ocelot.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, you have the one-on-one duel with Liquid Snake, you have the Metal Gear, you have Vulcan Raven. Vulcan Raven is a good one.
I like Vulcan Raven's second fight a lot.
And then there's the tank, and Psycho Mantis is a mind.
It doesn't exactly play well, but it's a good moment.
It's a good moment.
It makes you feel something.
I think Ocelot is a really good boss that also forces you to kind of learn some other things about the game's mechanics.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate.
Dogs.
Speaking of which, yeah, Snake was a musher.
Humans can
Of course.
choose the type of life they want to live.
Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, Alaska is a perfect place for Snake if he were to ever to settle down, because he can just, like,
Important thing
take up dog mushing.
Just hang out with his dogs.
and then live.
You know what? That's actually another good reason to respect Snake. He is a dog lover.
He understands dogs. Oh, what's this?
Was wiped out. Yes. Yes, sir. Thanks to the vaccine.
Yep, so Ocelot's gonna be just fine.
Those two are still alive. The vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, there are no other records. They've all been deleted from the base's computer. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of.
Oh my god, I just realized why Ocelot killed the DARPA chief.
Yeah.
Liquid is dead. The inferior one was the winner after all.
Oh, Ocelot has a lot of
That's
backstory.
right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Of course, the other one thinks so too.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about there, too. They both grew up thinking they were
Takes
the
a
inferior
well-balanced
clone.
individual such as yourself to rule the world. Yes. Yes, sir. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one. Solidus.
So there is a third Snake brother.
What should I do about
Solidus, which means between a solid and a liquid.
Yes, sir. I understand. The surveillance will continue. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
And that's what it left us off in 1990 or whatever.
So, codename Bat.
Yep, I guess that's like how good you did.
Probably not good.
I think the best you can get is Snake.
Yeah. Saved 25 times, continued 11 times, alert mode 32, 50 enemies killed, rations used 57, and a 10-hour playthrough.
Only 11 continues, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not too bad for
I guess.
for like being out of practice.
For someone like me who is like not used to the, again, jankiness of this game anymore, I'm going to consider that good.
So, this is a very important game in, like, I think gaming history. You know, it's
absolutely.
It's
It
very
is a
important.
monumental.
It's very important to
game
the
in terms
development of
like,
the media.
absolutely,
it was
I
a
agree.
game changer. So if you get the chance to play it and you're just like interested in how things progressed, I think you guys definitely should.
I agree. Like, this is.
I personally like the
Metal Gear-
GameCube version more. Some people want it classic, like how it was on the PS1.
But either way, it's basically the same game. Twin Snakes just added a little bit of embellishment.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like any gamer who like wants to kind of like really get into the history and kind of like the inner details and inner workings of like how games are made and kind of like the fundamentals of it, Metal Gear Solid is one of the most perfect examples of how games were, and as well as the evolution of them as they go on, because the later games like really iron out a lot of kinks
for plot in games, for meta commentary in games, for stealth in games,
mechanics, overall like video game narrative in general.
Yeah,
really. I mean, say what you will about Metal Gear Solid 4, it knew how to tell a good story.
I think Metal Gear Solid 4 is a great story.
Yes, but that's kind of in itself a problem, because it's supposed to be a game. It's a game. It wants to be a movie.
Yeah,
but again, that's why I do like Metal Gear Solid 3 more, because it's more game than movie, and it's a lot simpler. But we're about to get on our soapbox here, aren't we?
So thank you for joining us on the Green Scorpion podcast.
Yeah, like this felt like a commentary on a DVD when like the directors like talk about their movie as the movie plays.
The making of the Let's Play.
Yep. Thank you guys for joining us for what we did not initially presume as the finale of Let's Play Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes. I am the Green Scorpion.
I'm the Comic Foil.
And next playthrough, I have a couple of ideas, and I'm looking forward to it. So hope to see you guys then.
All right.
Peace out.
See you later, David Hater. Later, hater.
Stop it.
Hater's gonna hate.
Stop it.
Don't be hating.